First of all, I tell you something about religion. South Africa is called the Rainbow Nation because of its variety of people, cultures and religions. The people follow many spiritual traditions and religious faiths. In South Africa, the constitution protects freedom of religion. Everyone is free to follow whatever they want, or not follow one at all. History. Most of the traditional groups of people living in South Africa arrived here from West and Central Africa about 1500 years ago. Most of them were Bantu-speaking people and were the ancestors of many South Africans. Traditional African religion is based on oral traditions, which means that the basic values and way of life are passed from elders to younger generations. These traditions are not religion principles, but the cultural identity that is passed on through stories, myths, and tales. These traditions have been passed from one generation to the next. The elders are the final authority and trusted completely. Now I'm gonna tell you some stats. According to the 2001 census of overwhelming majority of South Africans, or 80% are Christian. The independent African Zion Christian churches predominate, being the faith of 15% of total population and 90% of all Christians. 15% of the population have no religion, and 1.4 are undetermined about the faith. And Islam is the religion of 1.5% of South Africans, Hinduism that of 1.2, African traditional belief 0.3, Judaism 0.2, and other beliefs 0.6. In terms of population groups, Christianity is most common among white and colored South Africans, being the faith of 86% of the people in both groups. It's less dominant among black South Africans, among whom it falls in line with the national average, being the religion of 80% of black people. A quarter of the Indian population are Christian.
Now I'm going to tell you something about the South African politics. South Africa has a vibrant multi-party political system, with 13 parties represented in the National Assembly of Parliament. The African National Congress, also known as the ANC, is the majority party, with 249 of the 400 National Assembly seats. The party controls 8 of the country's 9 provinces, with the exception of the Western Cape, where the Democratic Alliance has been in power since 2009 elections. In 2014, the DA secured 59.38% of the provincial vote. The ANC controls 7 of the 8 metropolitan municipalities. Nonetheless, South Africa's opposition parties remain robust and vocal. South Africa Parliament is made up of 2 houses, the National Assembly and the National Council of Provinces. The National Assembly is the more influential, passing legalization and overseeing executive performance. Its members are elected for a term of 5 years. All South African citizens over the age of 18 eligible to vote if they register to do so. So far, South Africa has had fully inclusive democratic elections every 5 years since 1994. Before the end of apartheid, only white South Africans were allowed to vote for the national government. Of the 29 parties that contested in the 2014 elections, only 13 received sufficient votes to gain representation in the parliament.
Now I'm gonna tell you something about education in South Africa. All South Africans have the right to a basic education, including adult basic education and further education. According to the Bill of Rights of the country's constitution, the state has an obligation through reasonable measures to make this education available and accessible. South Africa has one of the highest rates of public investment in education in the world. The government spends more on education than any other sector. South Africa recognizes 3 broad brands of education: General education and training. Further education and training and higher education and training. School life spans 13 years on grade from grade 0, also known as grade R or reception year, to the grade 12 or matric, the year of matriculation. General education and training runs from grade 0 to grade 9. Under the South African School Act of 1996, education is compulsory for all South Africans from the age of 7, grade 1, to age 15 of the completion of grade 9. General education and training also includes adult basic education and training, which is available to adults who want to finish their basic education. Further education and training takes place from grades 10 to 12 and also includes career-oriented education and training offered in other further education and training institutions. Technical colleges, community colleges, and private colleges, diplomas and certificates are qualifications recognized at this level. The matric pass rate, which was as low as 40% in the late 90s, has improved considerably. A total of 500,000 candidates entered matriculation exams in 2012. 74% of one passed in this increase of 13% since 2009. Now Guus is tell us something about a news item in South.
Now I'm going to tell you a news item. It has today emerged that the shamed ex-FIFA Exco member Jack Warner allegedly double-crossed the corrupt Moroccan 2004 and 2010 World Cup bid team. Warner reportedly received a bribe of $1 million to back the Moroccan bid, only to take money before accepting a higher bribe from the South African campaign. Those involved in Egypt's doomed campaign to host the 2010 World Cup, however, claimed that Warner was in fact attempting to triple-cross all three of the countries who were competing to host the World Cup. A former Egyptian government minister claims that Warner was touting 7 World Cup selection votes for the price of $7 million, $1 million each. The Egyptian World Cup bid did not receive a single vote during the final vote. It has also been claimed that Morocco, in fact, won more votes than South Africa, who went on to host the 2010 competition. But FIFA manipulated the results of the secret ballot. Ismaili Bouagni, a FIFA executive committee member, was secretly taped whilst claiming the process was corrupt. A newspaper in South Africa claims it has a 2007 email that shows FIFA President Sepp Blatter and then South African President Thabo Mbeki held discussions over the alleged payment of $10 million from FIFA into the bank account of Warner. For the first time, a FIFA administrator has admitted that both Russia and Qatar could be stripped of the 2018 and 2022 World Cups, respectively, if allegations of bribery and corruption are proven true. However, Domenico Scala had made clear that this evidence has not yet materialized. This was our English documentary from Niels and Guus.